I feel funny. Is this real life?
Yes, this is real life.
I feel crazy. The world is spinning around me.
Don't touch your stitches, Justin. Bieber, don't touch your stitches.
What's happening?
No. Bieber, stop.
You have 4 eyes. I have 2 fingers. I have 3 fingers. Is this gonna last forever?
Justin, stop it.
Ah!
Yeah, you pressing Bieber.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? Like, I'm calling you and answering.
Yeah, that was low.
That was weird,
That was
yeah.
crazy.
That was weird. They did not run through Bieber.
There was. Why you not answering your phone like y'all? Yo.
What's going on with you guys? Are you working together?
I'm not. I mean, I think that we become friends in a strange way, you know.
Robin Big.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
I'm big and you're Robin.
Yeah. No, I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, you know, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person. Besides his talent, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know.
Justin, you... You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also while you're out.
Got me a Lamborghini. It's,
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
The internet didn't just get a documentary clip, it got a digital grenade with Wi-Fi. Because the moment talk started trending that 50 Cent's new documentary includes explosive claims and sharp commentary touching on Diddy and Justin Bieber. Timelines didn't scroll, they swerved. Reaction channels didn't upload, they sprinted. Comment sections didn't debate, they detonated. Suddenly everybody online became a documentary analyst, a celebrity historian, and a frame-by-frame truth detective with a PhD in pause button studies. People weren't watching. They were dissecting, zooming, replaying, reading between lines that may or may not even be lines. Some viewers said, "This changes everything." Others said this changes nothing. A third group said this proves the internet can turn 3 sentences into a trilogy and a trailer, because when a heavyweight like 50 Cent drops pointed commentary in documentary format, audiences don't treat it like content, they treat it like evidence, prophecy, and plot twist combined. This isn't gossip volume. This is surround sound speculation. And if you think this is just another celebrity mention moment, think again. This one hit the timeline like a drum solo in a library. The moment documentary. Buzz started swirling around 50 Cent dropping sharp, headline-grabbing commentary connected to Diddy and Justin Bieber. The internet didn't lean in, it lunged. Timelines didn't scroll, they skidded. Feeds didn't update, they erupted. Because when a heavyweight with a microphone, a camera crew, and a reputation for zero-filter delivery steps into documentary mode, social media doesn't treat it like content, it treats it like a coded message from the drama universe. Clips started circulating faster than common sense. Not full context, not full segments, slices, quotes, sound bites, and stitched reactions packaged like cinematic grenades. And once the word bombshell got stapled to the narrative, restraint packed its bags and left the group chat. The algorithm smelled intensity and hit the turbo button. Let's be clear and plain. Language, what people are reacting to are documentary claims, commentary and interpretations, not courtroom verdicts or confirmed accusations, but try telling that to the internet when suspense music is playing in the background and subtitles are in all caps. Online audiences hear dramatic tone and immediately assume dramatic proof. That's not research, that's cinematic hypnosis. Reaction. Channels jumped in like emergency responders to a viral fire. Pause, replay, zoom, tone analysis, word choice breakdown. If syllables had fingerprints, these creators were dusting them. Every phrase got stretched, rotated, and examined like it might unlock a vault. According to social media logic, emphasis equals evidence and editing equals intent. Supporters of the documentary angle argued that bold commentary is the entire point of investigative-style storytelling. They said documentaries are supposed to raise eyebrows, questions, and blood pressure. Critics argued that selective clips plus charged narration can turn suggestion into perceived fact faster than viewers realize. Spectators grabbed snacks and said this is messier than a reunion episode with open microphones. What supercharged the reaction was the 50-cent factor himself. This is not a quiet commentator. This is not a soft-spoken analyst. This is a personality, known for verbal uppercuts and strategic blunt force phrasing. When someone with that public persona speaks in a documentary setting, viewers don't hear opinion, they hear warning sirens. Delivery changes perception more than content ever. Within hours, headlines multiplied like clones, each one louder than the last. Words like explosive, shocking, and brutal got thrown around like confetti made of caffeine. Thumbnail designers worked overtime, shock faces everywhere. Red arrows, bold text. The visual language of "you will not believe this" became unavoidable. Fan bases immediately formed digital battle lines. One camp said the commentary raises serious questions worth discussing. Another camp said the internet is speed-running conclusions off partial material. Again, a third camp said nobody should decide anything until full documentary context is seen end-to-end. That third camp received approximately 7% of the shares and 0% of the excitement. Memes arrived right on schedule because tension online always invites comedy like thunder invites lightning. Jokes spread saying the internet now considers trailers legally binding testimony. Another viral post said viewers don't watch documentaries, they speed interpret them at double playback and triple confidence. Funny, exaggerated, and a little too accurate for comfort. Long threads appeared connecting past interviews, old quotes, industry tensions, and historical side comments into giant narrative webs. Some of those threads were thoughtful. Some were stretchy enough to qualify as Olympic gymnastics. But once a thread is long enough, people assume it must be true. Length equals legitimacy in the social media courtroom. Comment sections turned into debate arenas with no referees and unlimited microphones. Some users demanded accountability, others demanded context. Others demanded everyone calm down and hydrate. The hydration comments were the wisest and the least liked. Another accelerant hit the fire. The documentary format illusion of authority. Put a statement inside a documentary frame with moody lighting and serious pacing and audiences. Subconsciously upgrade it from viewpoint to verdict. That's not logic, that's psychology. Production value can make speculation feel like sworn testimony. Reaction livestream panels formed next. Multiple creators, split screens, overlapping voices, absolute certainty. It sounded like a courtroom, where every layer objects at the same time and the judge is replaced by a view counter. Agreement was rare. Volume was guaranteed. Then came the micro-analysis wave. People didn't just discuss what was said, they discussed how it was said. Tone meant everything. Pauses meant everything. Word order meant everything.
According
to the internet, breathing patterns now qualify as supporting documentation. We are 3 steps away from forensic punctuation experts. At the same time, Counter voices pushed back, warning about the classic viral pattern: clip, hype, assumption, conclusion, correction, silence. They reminded viewers that commentary is not confirmation and editing is not evidence. Important message. Tragically undershared. Calm caution travels like a bicycle in a freeway lane. Engagement numbers skyrocketed anyway. Views climbed. Hashtags rotated. Debate spaces filled up. Platforms reward emotional velocity, not careful evaluation. A measured take is nutritious but not clickable. A dramatic take is candy. And the algorithm has a sweet tooth. What makes this moment especially combustible is the combination of 3 elements: a high-profile commentator, a documentary frame, and already famous names attached to the discussion. That trio doesn't trend, it detonates. It creates a feedback loop where reaction fuels coverage and coverage fuels reaction, and hovering over everything is the biggest unanswered question. What is full context documentary narrative? What is sharp personal commentary? And what is audience projection filling in the gaps? Those are 3 different ingredients blended into one viral smoothie right now. We are still in the ignition stage, the moment where interpretation runs ahead of verification and confidence outruns clarity. Which only means one thing in internet. Physics. Then the second shockwave hit, and this is where online drama stops being a conversation and becomes a competitive sport. Not coverage, performance. Not analysis, amplification. Because once the first round of documentary clips and 50-cent commentary reactions made noise, every major commentary creator showed up like it was opening night, and they all wanted top billing. The edits got sharper, the captions got louder. The music got more dramatic than a superhero landing in slow motion. Suddenly, every repost looked like a movie trailer for a scandal cinematic universe. Split screens, highlight circles, zoom in so aggressive they could count eyelashes. If intensity were electricity, the grid would have filed a complaint. Let's keep the framing straight while the volume goes up. What's fueling this firestorm is documentary commentary and interpretation, not court rulings or verified criminal findings. But once social media smells tension, it doesn't sip, it chugs. Viewers don't just watch clips. They assign meaning, motive, and backstory like unpaid screenwriters with unlimited caffeine. Bigger influencer voices stepped in next, delivering breakdowns packaged like pay-per-view fights. Some positioned the documentary angle as bold truth-seeking. Others framed it as dramatic storytelling that viewers must treat carefully. A third category pretended to be neutral while holding a flamethrower. Made of adjectives? Balance is rare. Branding is everywhere. Celebrity commentators added carefully worded reactions, which the internet immediately translated into extreme positions. A cautious sentence became a strong warning. A mild opinion became a devastating response. Online translation software is broken and permanently stuck on exaggeration mode. Memes evolved into full cinematic parody. Fake streaming posters appeared. Mock documentary titles surfaced. Joke trailers with deep narrator voices saying things like, "In a world where everyone reacts before finishing the clip." Humor didn't calm the storm, it gave it better. Graphics and a soundtrack. Pop culture comparisons went completely off the rails. Users said this felt like a crossover between a music industry docuseries, a courtroom thriller, and a reunion special where nobody signs the peace treaty. Peace treaty. Others joked that social media now treats editing transitions like plot twists and background beats like sworn affidavits. If dramatic pacing were proof, every movie would win a case. Debate panels multiplied across livestream platforms. 5 faces on screen, 6 opinions, 0 consensus. Everybody talked, nobody landed. It sounded like a GPS system arguing with itself. Each speaker claimed clarity, each one contradicted another. The algorithm nodded and boosted all of them. Then came the mega threads, the long-form narrative builders. Users started connecting historical interviews, past jokes, old industry tension, and archive clips into giant theory maps. Some of it was thoughtful pattern recognition. Some of it was narrative stretching that required emotional yoga. But once a thread is long enough, readers assume it's researched. Length equals authority in the land of scrolling. The reaction-to-reaction economy exploded too. Now, creators weren't just responding to the documentary commentary, they were responding to other creators' responses to the commentary. Meta coverage unlocked. It became a hall of mirrors where every take had a take reviewing the take. At that point, the original clip is just the ancestor of the content family. Fan bases hardened their positions. Not just agreement, identity. Supporting one interpretation became a badge. Rejecting another became a mission. Online tribes formed faster than instant noodles. Each side accused the other of bias, blindness, or clout chasing. Nobody accused themselves of overconfidence. That setting is disabled by default. The algorithm poured gasoline with a smile. Emotional engagement signals, comments, shares, angry emojis, shocked emojis, pushed the topic higher. Calm contextual explainers sank like polite messages in a shouting match. The system doesn't ask, is this fair? It asks, is this sticky? Self-appointed experts arrived with upgraded vocabulary packages. Now we had narrative analysts, media framing specialists, industry power interpreters, and implication translators. According to them, every phrasing choice revealed strategic intent, every omission revealed hidden motive, every edit cut revealed secret direction, confidence level, maximum. Verifiable sourcing, sometimes missing in action. Pushback voices warned. Again about interpretation inflation. How repeating a dramatic claim with confident tone slowly upgrades it in public memory from comment to fact. That warning is historically accurate and algorithmically unpopular. Caution post travel economy class. Outrage travels private jet. Humor accounts delivered the sharpest truth disguised as jokes. One viral line said, "The internet doesn't." Separate allegation, opinion, and proof. It binge watches them in one playlist. Another said, if dramatic editing counted as evidence, movie trailers would send people to jail. The jokes landed because they hurt a little. Speculation about behind-the-scenes reactions started trending next. Viewers predicted private calls, tense meetings, emergency PR sessions, entire invisible conversations written by strangers with dramatic confidence. Online storytelling never leaves a blank space empty. It redecorates it with assumption furniture. Prediction culture took over the timeline. Clarification coming, response coming, counter-documentary coming, interview coming. According to social media, the future was fully scheduled and emotionally charged. Forecasting replaced patience. Waiting is illegal in the attention economy. What's fascinating is how quickly the center of gravity moved. The discussion stopped being what exactly was said and became what does this mean for everyone involved? Meaning travels further than wording. Interpretation outlives quotes. That's why Phase 2 is always louder than Phase 1. It's not about content anymore. It's about consequence. And consequence talk is rocket fuel. Because once viewers start debating impact, reputations, relationships, industry alliances, the story graduates from clip to saga. Stakes feel bigger, even when facts haven't changed. Emotional scale expands faster than informational scale. Right now we're at maximum. Escalation, commentary layered on commentary, reactions stacked on reactions, certainty racing ahead of documentation, which only points to the next inevitable phase in every viral controversy cycle. Then comes the phase everybody pretends not to wait for, the consequence chapter. Not the clip, not the reaction, not the meme storm, the aftermath narrative. This is where the internet stops yelling, "Did you hear that?" and starts asking, "What does this change?" And the moment documentary commentary from someone like 50 Cent gets interpreted as industry shaking, the fallout conversation grows legs, arms, and a podcast. The spotlight shifts from the statements to the stakes. Now it's about reputation, gravity, public image pressure, brand shockwaves. Not because a courtroom ruled, but because perception voted. And online perception doesn't use ballots, it uses volume. Whoever trends loudest writes the temporary history. Public opinion split into layered camps, not just sides. Some viewers frame the documentary claims and commentary as bold disruption, uncomfortable but necessary conversation starters. Others framed it as high drama framing that audiences must treat with caution and full context discipline. A third group framed the entire situation as proof that the internet turns commentary into conviction faster than microwave popcorn. Industry watch. Voices began analyzing impact like financial reporters tracking a volatile stock. Narrative risk rising. Fan loyalty stress test. Media framing volatility high. None of these are official metrics, but say them with confidence and a chart-looking graphic and suddenly it feels like Bloomberg for drama. The most powerful shift at this stage is narrative control. Whoever speaks next, and how, matters more than who spoke first. Timing becomes strategy. Tone becomes currency. A calm clarification can cool flames, or get ignored. A fiery denial can energize supporters, or extend the headline. Another week. Communication during controversy is like diffusing a bomb where the wires are invisible, and Twitter is holding the timer. Prediction threads multiplied again. Response interviews expected. Follow-up documentary segments expected. Social media statements expected. According to the internet, every hour without a response counted as a dramatic pause loaded with hidden meaning. Online logic says silence equals strategy, guilt, innocence, and negotiation, all at once. Schrodinger's statement. Digital detectives went back to archive mining mode. Old interviews resurfaced. Past jokes resurfaced. Historical tension moments resurfaced. The internet doesn't just remember, it time travels with screenshots. Context sometimes included. Shock value always included. Relationship speculation surged too. Viewers mapped alliances, distances, and imagined fractures like conspiracy board architects. Who still follows who? Who liked what post? Who didn't? Emoji analysis returned like a sequel nobody asked for. Apparently, a neutral face emoji is now admissible evidence in the court of public opinion. Fatigue entered the arena, but didn't win. Viewers claimed overload while still refreshing for updates. That's the paradox of viral controversy. People say, "I'm tired of this story," with one hand and reload the feed with the other. Attention complains loudly and stays anyway. Media. Critics stepped back and pointed out the structural truth. Documentary storytelling plus celebrity commentary creates perceived authority even when delivering perspective. Viewers often blur the line between narrative framing and verified fact. Production polish adds perceived weight. That's not deception by default. That's human psychology wearing headphones. Humor creators once again delivered the most. Honest summaries disguised as jokes. One viral post said, "Social media doesn't ask, is it proven? It asks, is it dramatic?" Another said, "We don't wait for full context. We order the trailer and review the movie." The laughter landed because the mirror was accurate. Brand impact discussions widened beyond the people named in the commentary. Now the conversation touched documentary ethics, celebrity storytelling responsibility, and audience interpretation. Habits, heavy topics discussed at meme speed. That contrast is the internet in one sentence. The story now sits in that strange viral middle state, not resolved, not exploding, but stabilized and glowing like hot metal. The first shock is gone. The second wave passed. Now comes the slow burn influence phase where opinions settle into positions and positions, turn into long-term impressions. Long-term impressions matter more than viral spikes, because spikes bring attention, impressions shape legacy. And legacy. Online is built from repeated narrative exposure, not single moments. That's why follow-up statements, interviews, or clarifications, if they come, often matter more than the original clip storm. Observers of past media firestorms recognize the pattern clearly. Initial drop, reaction explosion, interpretation, inflation, meme saturation, impact debate. Then either clarification arc or topic replacement by a newer, louder controversy wearing brighter colors. Attention rarely dies. It migrates. But here's the piece most viewers underestimate. Unresolved controversy doesn't disappear. It archives itself. It waits. Then it returns months later when someone reposts a clip with a new caption and the cycle reboots with fresh outrage batteries included. Digital memory is permanent and punctual at the worst times. Right now, The audience holds three things at once: curiosity, uncertainty, and conclusion. Not everyone holds the same conclusion, but everyone holds one. That's the power and danger of high-drama documentary commentary in the social media age. Interpretation becomes personal truth faster than verification becomes public record. And if you think this is the final chapter, you haven't watched enough internet history. Viral controversy doesn't end with a period. And if your brain feels like it just went 3 rounds with a documentary, 12 reaction channels, and a comment section cage match, congratulations, you're officially built for this channel. Because we don't just watch viral storms here. We track the pressure, measure the shockwaves, and check the narrative for loose bolts before it flies through your screen again. Now it's your turn. Drop your take in the comments. And don't bring the diet version. Bring the full flavor opinion. Do you think hard-hitting documentary commentary should shake the table? Or should viewers pump the brakes before turning dramatic clips into final conclusions? I want the bold angle, the sharp angle, I said what I said angle. The comment section is where the real sequel gets written. Smash that like button like it leaked your group chat and blamed you for it. Don't tap it politely, hit it with purpose. Every like tells the algorithm you want deeper breakdowns, sharper investigations, and zero watered down celebrity coverage. Subscribe right now if you want non-stop controversy decoding viral narrative. Autopsies, media myth-busting, and headline shockers explained with edge, humor, and bite. Around here, scandals don't trickle. They arrive with sirens, subtitles, and slow-motion replays. Turn on notifications so you don't show up late to the next media earthquake. Because by the time soft summaries land everywhere else, we've already taken the story apart frame by frame. This isn't gossip surfing. This isn't headline chasing. This is pattern recognition under pressure. This is the fame blueprint, where the spotlight gets audited and the hype gets cross-examined.